Okay, so it's not starting. Okay, so today we're gonna see our patient Haley Estrada. She is coming in with delusional disorder. She's 55 years old, Caucasian, female. She has no prior history of dementia with delusions, no general medical conditions, no substance abuse, and no mood disorders. Okay. Hello, Ms. Estrada. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, before we get started, I must let you know that I'm a mandated reporter. If there's any type of abuse or illegal activity that may harm you or others, I'm required to report it.
That's fine.
So I just received your file, and it looks like you are here today due to some trouble in court.
That's correct.
You have also already had a complete physical and have had a visit with a psychiatrist for a round of antipsychotic medication.
Yes.
So that sounds good. So tell me about why you're here today. Why were you in court?
I'm only here because that judge had it in for me. He and my husband, Chris, are insisting I come to therapy.
Okay, so why do they want you to come see me?
This is all because of that tramp across the street.
Who are you referring to?
My neighbor. She's a vixen who's having an affair with my husband.
That sounds awful. Mrs. Estrada, tell me about yourself.
Chris and I have been married for over 30 years. We just recently moved here from Alaska. We bought a new home and have decided to retire here. And about a month and a half ago, it all began.
What began? Tell me.
We were outside admiring my husband's new car when she came prancing by. She said how much she loved the car and how great it was to have new neighbors.
Did you have any friendly conversations with your neighbor?
Absolutely not. I knew what she was up to. All of a sudden, my husband polishes his car day and night. I peered through the window not too long ago, and there she was again, tending to her roses.
Okay, continue.
Well, now he's been coming home late. He's always dressed nice in the morning, and the other day, the top button on his collar was undone.
Okay, Mrs. Estrada, I see that you're very upset with your husband and your neighbor. Let me see if I have this clear. You recently moved from Alaska, and you fear your husband is having an affair with a neighbor due to her extreme friendliness and his sudden fascination with his car. Is that accurate?
That's correct.
Have you confronted your husband or the neighbor?
I spoke to Chris. He denies it, of course, so it's crazy and making things up.
Okay. It's always discomforting when someone doesn't understand your frustration. I know how you feel.
You got that right.
So tell me about how the court got involved.
Well, the other day I had had enough. I walked out there and destroyed her precious roses. I told her I would not have her tramping around my husband, and that next time I saw her at the grocery store and I accidentally knocked her over with my cart.
Accidentally?
Accidentally. She was in the spaghetti aisle. Chris loves spaghetti. Surely she was trying to seduce him.
Did you hurt her?
I don't know, something about a fracture.
Okay, you must have been very upset to do that. So then what happened?
Apparently something about staying a certain amount of yards away from her, whatever.
Okay, Ms. Estrada, so I spoke to your husband, and he states that since his recent surgery, it's not possible for him to partake in a relation. It's been some time now.
Well, I'm sure she's got some tricks up her sleeve.
Mrs. Estrada, have you seen any of the suggested behavior? Think back, has there been any inappropriateness in front of you?
Well, no, that's because she's a sneaky little harlot. Lock up your husbands, everybody.
Mrs. Estrada, what would a 25-year-old young lady who is engaged, apparently, want with your husband who's 3 times your age?
Why, the car, I'm sure.
Okay, I'm so sorry you're having these feelings. It must be really hard on your marriage. Tell me about your relationship with your husband.
Well, we met in college when we were in our 20s. We had a whirlwind romance and were married within a year. We moved from California to Alaska due to a tremendous job opportunity.
And you never had any children?
No, we decided not to have any.
And how do you feel about that?
I'm okay with it because we like to travel and never thought we would leave Alaska.
But now you have left Alaska. So why did you leave?
Well, due to my husband's condition and also the weather.
Well, I can certainly understand leaving that cold weather, but I'm sure you left some of your life behind.
Yes, more than half of my life was in Alaska. I certainly miss my friends, my job, my home.
Okay, that sounds very difficult. Have you expressed to your husband how you feel?
I haven't. He was very determined in moving back. And now I know why. Who knows how long they had this up their sleeves.
Have you had any of these feelings of jealousy prior to the move?
No, it just started about a month ago, but in Alaska everyone is bundled up. There are no tramps in Alaska, and everyone knows he's my husband.
It probably feels scary to have such a drastic change. And now all of these issues. Describe to me what kind of life you led with your husband.
We were so happy there. We had great jobs and friends and so many activities to look forward to.
Well, yeah, I would see how you would miss the wilderness. Nature is very soothing. Maybe we should try to come up with some factors about California that can be enjoyable.
I do like it here, just not as much.
We'll definitely come up with some reasons why you like California. I'm going to be giving you several exercises to complete at home. Feel free to do this one with your husband. I want you to come up with 10 reasons why California is a great place to be.
Okay, can I mention why I don't like it as well? Because I would like to begin with my husband's extramarital affair.
Okay, we can discuss that here, of course, but for your assignment, let's keep it positive. So tell me about what you were thinking the first time you approached your neighbor.
Well, I was busy in the kitchen and realized that I needed to go to the store to get some vegetables. Just the thought of sitting in that traffic drives me crazy.
So you live really far from the grocery store?
No, I live about 2 miles, but the traffic makes me take over a half hour. And once you get there, no one is helpful or friendly.
I see what you mean. It's probably different getting around, much harder than Alaska, I'm sure. So you were upset about having to go to the store in traffic, and then what happened?
Well, I grabbed my keys and headed to the car, and there she was again. I mean, really, does she really have to be outside all the time showing off for him?
Where was your husband?
He was golfing.
So he didn't see her?
No, but she was trying to intimidate me, surely.
Okay, Mrs. Strada. I'm going to give you another assignment. I need you to write down your feelings when you're feeling angry with this woman or with your husband, as well as your feelings about moving. Does that sound okay?
Okay, that sounds okay.
I want you to take some deep breaths and just write everything down. Then you can come here and we can discuss the issues.
Okay, sounds good.